And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
What's up, my YouTube friends, viewers, subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. And the topic for today is mentality. And I know. Oh, you got good mentality and you got bad mentality. Okay, let's dive deeper. A person's mentality is how they see the world, which means what they believe, what they think, and how that person make decision. A person mentality, it defines them for who they are. It's not really how they seem to be or what they appear to be on the outside. It's just how they see, how they view the world. Sorry. So if you ever wonder why people do whatever they do, that's how they think. If you ever see a person destroy their own life, that's what, like, in that moment, that's their best move on the board. If you ever see somebody living less, that's what they think is best for themselves. You got to remember, bro, we live in a world where everybody is doing basically whatever they think is best for them or whatever they think is best for others. That's the world where we live in. So the mentality of a person that defines them. Like, there's different categories to the mentality, but the main one is how they view the world. You ever wonder why some people there are okay with living an average life, or they're okay with being unemployed? They're okay with not living up to their best potential. They're okay with, say, having nothing. They're okay with being homeless. That's how that person think. If a person is not, say, if they don't want more, you can't really force them. And you have to remember, if you truly want to know a person's mentality, all you got to do is talk to them, because when you talk with somebody, they will tell you just how they think. If you want to know how a person think and how they make decision, all you got to do is listen to them and listen to their backstory, meaning their past, because their past is how they make decisions. If you want to truly know a person, like, bro, it's simple. A lot of people focus on outside appearance, but I'm gonna get into that later down the line. But the mentalities of a person is so important. It doesn't really matter what that person look like on the outside, because guess what? People can appear to be somebody that they're not, or they can pretend to be somebody that they're not, but the mentality of the person always stay the same. Like, you can evolve as a person, but you will still have the same mentality if you're driven by a certain way. You know what I mean? So it's as simple as that. A lot of people make the same mistake over and over and over again because they spend so much time focusing on what a person appeared to be, or it could be any simple little thing. But bro, the mentality of a person is very important. That's one of the reasons why people will get up every single day and they want absolutely nothing with themselves, because that's how they think. To them, they're doing their absolute best, or maybe they're thinking, "Oh, I don't want more." You can't force a person to want more. That's one of the biggest, not saying mistakes, but that's one of the biggest challenges everybody, like most parents, have to go through. Because if you truly want something best for your child and you try to force them to want more, you can't force them. You got people where whatever they're doing, to them it's okay. That's why parents, if they're from a bad neighborhood, they want to move from that neighborhood, or they want to go overseas, or they want their kid to see certain stuff or be around certain things or go to a certain school, because they want their child to grow up with a certain mentality. Bro, if you truly want to know a person, all you got to do is listen to that person talk. Oftentimes people tell you exactly what they're up to. So if a person like you, or they don't like you, or before they betray you, whatever it is that they are doing pertaining to you, they will eventually tell you. The difference is, most times people don't listen, because if you're upset, "Oh, I don't want to listen to nobody," the best thing is listening to people, because they will tell you how they make decisions. They will tell you what they think. If you're talking to somebody and you're having, it could be any conversation, whether a guy to guy conversation, or a woman to woman conversation, or a guy to a woman conversation. It could be any conversation. If you listen to a person, they will tell you just what they think. And you got to remember, we all don't think the same. There's a reason why we all don't have a one track mind. So if you're talking to somebody, they will tell you, "Oh, I don't think this," or "I don't feel like it." They will tell you, because that's how that person is. So if you're going to get up and say, "I want to become a millionaire," and you're talking to one of your friends and you're like, do you think we can become a millionaire? Or what you think about us being to the top or achieving this or opening a business? They will tell you, oh, I don't know. Oftentimes people shrink themselves because if you're around certain people and you can't, like, say, do what you want to do, or you got those people that have a very wide imagination, and to them they want to bring it into existence. And then if they're around certain people that don't share the same vision as them, or they don't have the same beliefs as them, they end up shrinking themselves in order to, not say make people feel better, but that's what keep people trapped. Because if you want to do something, like like if you're that one person within a group and you think to yourself, okay, I don't want to live like this, or whatever the case may be, and all your friends sitting down okay being unemployed, or some are okay having a job, that's how that person thinks. So if you're that type of person where you get up and you're like, oh, I want to do so much more with my life, and all your friends don't share the same, like they don't see the same, they don't share the same vision, sorry, there's nothing you can do, because they will eventually tell you, or they will say, oh, I don't think we can do that. But that's a mentality that they all have. And a lot of people fail to understand this concept, is that when you have to shrink yourself, that's what keep people in depression, because that's what make people feel trapped, because they can't do what they want to do, or they can't do what they believe because of the people that they're around. Bro, trust me, a lot of people are in depression right now because of this. Because bro, imagine you think a certain way. There's a reason why you think a certain way. There's a reason why you have the mentality. There's a reason why you have a big imagination, to show you that things are possible. So if you have a wide imagination and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I have the capabilities of doing this or achieving this, and you sit down with all your friends and they have different mentalities from you, you're going to end up being in depression. You know why? Because you're going to sit down, you're going to look at all of them, and you're going to listen to 5 to 7 to 10 people telling you no, and then you're gonna sit down within yourself and you're gonna be like, oh, I think so, but why are they thinking of? And then if you are gonna sit down and you can't do it, that's what keep people in depression. You know what depression is? You making yourself less when you know there's so much more potential that you can do. You can see that things are possible, but when you listen to everybody else, they tell you no. The mentality of a person is very important in every way possible, even in relationships. A lot of people get in relationships because, oh, this girl she's pretty and she have a nice shape. Or even females will see a guy, oh, he can dress up himself very nicely, he's well groomed, he have a great physique, these things are okay, that's physical attraction. But what a person fall in love, like when a person like you, they like you from a physical attraction, which means what you appear to be on the outside. When a person fall in love with you, it's the mentality that you have why they fall in love with you. It's not, oh, I can dress myself up so this girl love me. No, it's not that. It's how you make decision, because your mentality is the way how you see the world. And you have to remember, we all don't see the world the same way. And what raises kids is the mentality that a person has. That's what raised kids. That's why you got women, say, having kids with different people, because of the mentality that they have. Because to them, oh, I'm pretty and this and this and that. You got to remember, when a person see you and they like you, it's physical attraction. But bro, have you ever seen somebody and you're like, oh, this person seemed cool, and then when you get to know them, you find out that they're a bum, of how they make decisions and how much time they destroy their own life? That's the mentality that that person have. So when you put yourself in, say, relationships, or even, let's focus on relationships now. So let's say this is why women have how many kids with different people, they never end up getting married, they're always depressed, they can't find happiness, they can't find true love. That's because they focus on their physical appearance. So to them, they think, oh, I'm pretty, I have a nice shape, I can get any man I want. And then remember, when a guy come to them and sleep with them, and then the guy find out they're a bum, then they end up getting pregnant. Then the guy like, oh, you can't raise my kid. And this is why kids grow up to be screwed in the head, because of the parents. Because the mentality that you have is what raise your kids. It's not how much money you have. It's not how well you can put yourself together. It's not how attractive you are, or it doesn't have not like what raises kids is the mentality that a person have, that the parents have. That's what raise kids. A lot of people think, oh, I got all this money so I can raise my kid. No, that's not, money doesn't raise kids. Money supply the kids' needs. That's what it does. The mentality you have is what raises kids. So a woman may sit down and think, oh, this guy can dress himself up. Boom, she gonna end up getting pregnant. Then all of a sudden, things are not how it seems to be. You know, this is why a lot of people end up destroying their own lives because they focus more on physical attraction than the mentality that a person have. Have you ever? Let me give you a small story before I jump into dive deeper into this video. I'm gonna use myself as an example. You know, at first glance, before people get to know me, I have a like my base personality. A lot of people may think it's uh I wouldn't say immature, but maybe reckless or I don't know. I like people that know me personally know that yeah, I'm always in a good mood. I'm always happy. I'm always joking. That's how they see me. So whenever somebody that don't know me and they see me and I appear to be like that, they may sit down and they may think, oh, this person is maybe immature. That's how they may think. Oh, this person is immature or whatever the case may be. Yeah, he's attractive, but however he is, blah blah. You know what I mean? That's why they always say don't judge a book by its cover. But whenever they sit down and they talk with me and then they get to know how my brain works while I'm talking with them, I can see from their expression that they're actually learning from what I'm saying. So let me give you guys a small story. You know, when I was in school, there was this girl that was in my, I think, was it English? I think it was in my English class. I think it was English. So she used to say, oh, all you do is disrupt the class and blah, 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 blah. So when we were doing like, we did our exam and whatever the case may be, then that's what she's saying before we got our results back. She's like, all you do is disrupt the class and blah, 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 all these nonsense. Think she's the smartest person in the class. So when we got our results back, the first thing she said, she's like, hey, Tyvon, how much did you get? Because I got like, I think she got like 75, like she got in the 70s. So when she checked to see how much I think I got like 88 or like it was, I think either 85 or like in the high 80s I got. And then she's like, how did you get that? All I see you do is disrupt the class. That's a mentality of a person. Like a person's personality is completely different from their mentality. A lot of people get these concepts mixed up because they think, oh, if you're always having fun and you're always in a good mood and your mentality is probably you're probably immature. You know, this is why like people that don't understand the concept of this, that's the type of people that always put themselves in bad positions or bad situations and then they found out when it's too late. Because guess what? Not because a person is having fun, meaning they got a bad mentality. A mentality is how they see the world. I'm the type of guy to get up and I will say to how many people, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be a millionaire. And they may say to me, how? Remember, they don't see the world the way I do. They don't have the information I have. So they will ask me why. And I pay very close attention to whenever somebody's talking to me. Because if I'm going to tell you, oh, one day I'm going to be rich with no money, no car, no job, no nothing. You may sit down and think to yourself, how the hell does this guy think he's going to be rich when I don't see this guy doing absolutely nothing? Remember, in order for you to, say, advance forward, you have to see the world in a certain way. You can't advance forward if you can't see the world a certain way. That's the mentality of everybody. You know, people before they get rich or before they get a job or before they get a car or before they buy a house, people before they achieve anything, they see it first and then they work towards getting it. So the mentality of a person, that's how you know the person, that whatever it is, like anybody, before you get in a relationship or friendship, that's the person, how they really are. Because a person can pretend to be somebody that they're not. They can get up every single day and they may say, oh yeah, I'm like this, I'm like that. But slowly over time, their true self will emerge. So when you're going around people, you have to be very careful with who you put yourself around. And the best thing is you need to listen, because the only way you can know if a person have the same ability or they have the same desire as you, or wouldn't say desire, or the same vision as you, then like all you got to do is listen to them. That's it. A lot of people don't listen. Did you know, before a person betray you, before they go against it, did you know that they tell you before they do it? The difference is you didn't listen, because before people go against you, they come up with all these assumptions. Oh, this and this and this and that. Or somebody said this and somebody said this and somebody did that. They tell you before they betray you. And it's the same thing. If a person like you, they find some ways to try to tell you that they like you. But before a person betray, they literally tell you. This is why you always have a lot of problems before they betray you. That's the way how people see the world, their mentality. That's what raise kids. That's what allow a person to be extremely smart in certain areas, or be successful, or their achievements, or how they put themselves together, or how they present themselves. That's the mentality that a person have. So a person can have, say, uh, an awesome physical attraction, but dumb. Have you ever met somebody that, like I said in the beginning, like they seem awesome, but when you get to know them, they're dumb? And you may go out of your way thinking, oh, I want to be around this person because this person got this much money, or this person got this. Bro, not everything that appears to be is how it is. Because people will try to do so much not knowing. Well, you not knowing that they're trying to do so much. And then when you think, oh, this person's getting some money, and then when you go there, you find out that they're getting no money. That's the mentality, bro. You have to be able to differentiate these different type of people and choose who you put yourself around. Because the worst thing you want to do is having the vision to see that you can become, say, not say rich, but you can become successful in certain areas, and then you choose to put yourself around people that you think is doing some stuff when they're really not, when you didn't listen to them. Bro, all you got to do is listen to people. That's it. Because people tell you what they think and what they believe and whatever the case may be. The only difference is you didn't listen. A person mentality, that's just how they are. If you ever notice why there's a lot of people at the bottom than there are in the middle, that's because of the mentality that they have. Because to them, it's okay. Bro, you got to remember, some people are completely okay with, don't want anything. They don't want to drive. They don't want a car. They don't want a license. They don't want to buy a house. They rather pay rent. Bro, that's how that person think. That's just how they are. You can't change them. You ever notice when, if you try to change somebody, you end up destroying yourself because you're affecting yourself by trying to change them? That's like you arguing with a homeless person. Oh, do you got so much potential? You can do this. That person don't give a damn about what you're saying, because the mentality they have, they're okay with how they are. If you see them living less than whatever, like whatever the case may be, you see them as that. But they don't see themselves like that. And you got some people that they can see the potential you have, because people will listen to you. And based off how you talk, when they listen to you, they may think to themselves, oh, this person seem a bit smart. But let me try to see if I can use this person to my advantage. This is why people end up getting used. If you do not know your own potential and you do not know how your brain works, everything is pointless. Until you know how your brain works, then you can steer stuff in your favor. You can work stuff out in your favor. How you think you can I was about to say how you think you can manipulate somebody, but that's for a completely different story. But in order for you to manipulate somebody, you have to know how that person make decision. Back again, their mentality. You can't really, the only way you can truly know a person is how that person make decision. This is why it's extremely, I wouldn't say good, but it's extremely, like, it's very positive that you listen to a person's backstory, because whenever you listen to a person's backstory, you're learning how that person make decision. If a person have repeatedly, like you, when you listen to them, or a person's venting to you and they're always saying the same thing over and over and over again, it's not everybody else, it's them. You ever had a person telling you, oh, people always, I'm always destroying my life, or people always destroy my life? No, 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 no. It's them. They're the problem. But people blame everybody else for what's wrong with them. But you have to remember, that's how the person see the world, and however their brain works, that's how that person make decision. Bro, I've sit down and I've listened to people tell me things, and I was like, in my head, I was like, I will never do that. And I've had people vent to me, and immediately right away, I can figure out that they are the problem. But that's just how they think. How a person think is extremely good to listen to them. Because if you true, how you expect to know a person if you never listen to them? If they're saying something, oh, I don't want to listen to you, I don't care what you have to say. That's how you will know them. So before you put yourself around certain people or be in relationships with people, you need to listen to the way how they talk. You need to know how they make decisions. You need to know how what they're willing to sacrifice. You need to know what they believe. If you're a strong-minded person that you may sit down and you may think, okay, I think of this. All the best thing is you better sit down and wait for people that have the same mentality as you, because having the same mentality is you guys see the world maybe not the same but almost the same or close. Because you got people that think, oh, I want to be rich. I don't know how now, but there's a possibility of a chance with all the qualities I have, I can be able to be rich. So you got those people that think like that, but the only reason why they never end up getting rich is because of the people they put themselves around. Bro, people will literally drag you down. People that have no idea how to get rich or how to make money or how to be employed or anything, that's how they think. And you got to remember, I've said it already and I'll say it again. People will literally tell you exactly what they're thinking. The only difference is you weren't paying attention. This is why if you have a friend and you may sit down and you may think, oh, I want all of us to advance forward. Some may sit down, some may tell you, bro, why you want to do this? Or why you want to do that? Bro, stop wasting your time. Bro, that's how they think. Because to them, remember, I've said it every time I make a motivational video, I always say it. Before a person give you a response, they look within themselves before they answer. People will tell you what they think they can do before they tell you what you can do. So if you sit down and you think, oh, people tell me I can't do this, so I'm going to listen to them. What if they're wrong? What if they can't do it? And they're telling you that you can't do it. But what if you can? You want to know how screwed this world is? Imagine, okay, who you think make more money? A teacher that teaches law or a lawyer? Of course a lawyer makes more money. So how are you going to teach me something to become, you're going to teach me something to become something, but in the end I'm making more money than you? You're going to teach me how to become a millionaire, but you're riding the bus. You see how screwed this world is? You spend, like, people spend so much time going to school, learning all these different type of stuff, but the person that's teaching it to them they're not there. Like, I'm supposed to go to school for 10 years to learn law. I would say 5 to 7 to 10 years, depending on what type of lawyer I want to become. So I'm going to go to law school, take out all this money, all this loan, trying to become a lawyer. But the teacher that's teaching me, I'm going to make more money than them by the time I become a lawyer? Now, isn't that something to think about? Isn't that weird? People that are teaching you or telling you something, you ever wonder why they can't use the same knowledge they have to put themselves certain places? A lot of people don't think about this type of stuff. But my brain was designed to think outside of the box, because I always, if I'm not, say, sure, and I'm a very concerning person. So if you're trying to teach me something and I'm not sure, then I'm going to ask you. So if you're teaching me something, shouldn't you make way more money than me? So if you're teaching me how to become a millionaire, you're not a millionaire. So how can you teach me how to become a millionaire? And it's crazy. That's where we're living. Because if a person can teach you something, why are they not using the same knowledge in order to make themselves exactly what they're trying to teach you? People teaching you how to start a business, but they don't even got no business. People teaching you accountant, but they're not working in an office. People teaching you about IT, but they have no idea, never been around a computer before. If you look at, say, coaches that teach, say, football or basketball or soccer, some of them never even touched the ball before. Now, isn't that weird? But that's just the world we live in, where, bro, that's how it is. A person mentality show you their worldview. So if you want if you want to be around people that share the same vision as you or have the same ability as you, all you have to do is listen. Because there are those people out there A lot of times people don't come across those type of people because of the mentality that they have. And the reason why, because they shrink themselves. And when you have to shrink yourself, you can't talk how you want to talk. So you keep yourself to yourself. Oh, I keep myself to myself, but everybody is living their best life. No, 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 no. I refuse to believe that. If you want to do something, it's best you do it. If you ever wonder why you're sad or why you feel trapped, bro, the worst place you can be trapped is within your own mind. And I always say it. Because if you're trapped within your own mind, then you're not free. You're not. And if you're living your life because you're scared of what somebody else may think, you're also not free. When you're free is when you know how to, when you know your own mentality and you're doing what you love regardless of what people think. That's how you're free. And you can actually buy your freedom once you start getting money, because once you start getting money, you can do whatever you want. That's the mentality that you have. So you can have people the same age as you that want nothing. Have you ever come across somebody that says the exact same age as you, or same personality as you, or they're mentally they're just not grown, but they're the same age as you, and you may sit down and you may have big dreams, or you may be already successful, or you may, or bro, let's break it down. Let's say you're a person with a car, and you're a certain age, and you're a person with a car, and you're driving past people that's the same age as you that don't even want a car. Or you're say 30 and you buy your own house by 30, or you build a house and then you're looking at people that are 30 years old that don't even got nothing. Isn't it crazy? But that's the mentality that they have. Bro, I'm telling you, we live in a world where we can only think for ourselves. The difference is people may try to support you, they may try to guide you, but in reality, the mentality you have is that determines how far you will go or what you will achieve. And the reason why a lot of people destroy their own life because they listen to everybody else. And you have to remember, we all don't have a one-track mind. We all do not have a one-track mind. And that's just how the people see the world. You can have the same family, but you guys don't think the same. And I think that's one of the best gifts of all. Because, like, imagine the world we would live in if we all think the same. If we all think the same, then we would have the same beliefs. And if we have the same belief, then nobody bro, this world would be this world wouldn't be how it is. Trust me. I feel like the world would be a lot worse than how it is now if we had the same belief. Because if everybody when I was younger, I used to wonder why we all don't think the same. But the older I got, I was like, yeah, if we don't think the same, if I want to get rich and you don't want to get rich, that's okay. You go be over there. I'll stay over here and keep getting somebody. If I want to travel and I want to see the world and I want to be in hotels and you think it's okay to sit down and be homeless, go be homeless. I don't want to be there with you. That's just how I think. But that's just the world. So my advice to you is the mentality of a person shape that person's worldview, how they make decisions. So if you truly want to know a person, you need to listen to them. Listen to them. They will tell you exactly what they're thinking, what they think, their belief. They will tell you everything. Every single thing. The difference is you never listen. That's why you never know. That's how it is. So I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.